This is Red by Taylor Swift.
Loving him is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street. Faster than the wind, passionate as sin, ending so suddenly. Loving him was like trying to change your mind once you're already falling through the free fall. Like the colors in autumn, so bright, just before they lose it all. Losing him was blue like I've never known. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody you've never met. But loving him was red. Red. Loving him was red. Touching him was like realizing all you've ever wanted is right there in front of you. Memorizing him was as easy as knowing all the words to my old favorite song. Fighting with him is like trying to solve a crossword and realizing there's no right answer. Regretting him is like wishing you never found out love could be that strong. Losing him was blue like I've never known. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody I'd never met. But loving him was red. Oh, red. Burning red. Remembering him comes in flashbacks and echoes. Telling myself it's time now. Gotta let go. Moving on from him is impossible when I still see it all in my head. And burning red. Was red. Losing him was blue like I'd never known. Missing him was dark gray all alone. Forgetting him was like trying to know somebody you've never met. 'Cause loving him was red. Red. Oh, burning red. And that's why he's spinning. And out here, my head comes back to me. And burning red. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause loving him is like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street.
Okay, so the first thing that we should look at is the title, which is Red. And red can represent either love or anger, but the one common theme is the intensity of the emotion. So you know that the song is probably going to be pretty intense. You just don't know which direction it's going to take. So the first thing that you should look at is different rhetorical strategies that Taylor uses. So this song is chock full of similes. It's basically both of the verses are different similes layered together. So the first line, she compares loving him to driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street, which shows how she feels that even though they had something really great, there wasn't really any direction or future to it. Then the third line, she compares to loving him to trying to change your mind when you're already flying through a free fall, which denotes how, even though it was exciting and exhilarating, she saw that it was going to end badly, but there was nothing that she could do about it. And then the next line, she compares the relationship to the colors in autumn, which are beautiful and people talk about them all the time, but we know that they're eventually going to fall off the tree and turn into dead brown leaves. And so you just have to appreciate them while they're there, but you can't try to hold on to them. And as you move into the chorus, she uses a lot of color imagery. So blue is typically associated with sadness, and she uses it in this way. The next line, she uses dark gray to talk about depression. And then she loops it back to red, and you see that red in this song is being used to show really deep love. And then as you move into the second verse, there's more similes. So she compares the relationship to knowing all the words to your old favorite song, which shows that she was very comfortable in the relationship and that there were a lot of good memories associated with it. And then the next line, she talks about how fighting with him was like trying to solve a crossword and realizing there's no right answer, which shows how frustrated that she was and how hopeless she felt in the relationship. You also have some repetition with the first two words in each of these lines where there's always a verb and then him, and that creates a nice rhythm. So now that we've kind of looked at the big rhetorical strategies, we can move into soapstone. So the speaker is Taylor herself. The occasion is looking back on a relationship that she had that was important to her. The audience is just us. She's not speaking directly to her ex. The purpose is to work through some of her feelings about that relationship. The subject is different aspects of her relationship. And by using the simile, she really captures all the different angles and different aspects of their relationship, and how even though one piece of it might be frustrating or feel hopeless, that there can still be good pieces. And the tone is very nostalgic because even though she does talk about fighting with him and regretting it, she always loops it back to red. And even the last line, his love was like driving a new Maserati down a dead-end street, which she repeats from the beginning, shows that even though it didn't end up having a future, it was still very valuable to her and really important.